grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said you're up and I'm up. Hey, y'all now tuned in to the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. I'm here with...
What's up, y'all? Hazy, you know.
My man Hazy in the building, man. He came to pull up on me, y'all. You know, BSU, AAA, Boué. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So how you feeling spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm in a headspace where I'm just like really optimistic and looking forward to next year.
Okay. So my man already into the 2022 bag.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
All right. So for the people that don't really know who you are, like a little bit of background on you, like, you know, coming up, you know, where you from?
So I'm from PG County, Maryland.
Okay.
I grew up between Kingsford and like Largo, Maryland.
Okay.
And I spent some of my youth also in Washington, D.C. on the northeast side.
Okay.
Was with my mom a lot, most of the time. You know, had that normal black kid background. So it was me and my dukes, but also a lot of help from my grandparents.
Okay, shout out
So
to
I
them.
lived with both of them growing up. And you know, just the experience of being a Prince George's County kid, just surviving elementary, middle school, high school, and, you know, ending up at BSU.
Right, yeah.
So I stayed home the whole time, if you want to look at it like that.
There's nothing wrong with that, you know, Prince George's County. I was born in Hyattsville, you know. Moved out Upper Marlboro, a little bit better over there. Went to private school, went to public school, so, you know, got the best of both worlds. So, you know, I ask people, you know, that background because, you know, what you do as a child, you find doing as an adult, too, like your hobbies and stuff.
I loved music.
You feel me?
I love music.
So when did you fall in love with it, though?
I fell in love with it since I was able to understand it. Because my grandfather was a DJ.
Okay.
He never was really into the big mixing. He didn't get into like that much of it because that was like new era for him. But he always knew how to like, you know, get to the next song with a nice transition. And you know, I grew up hearing a whole bunch of like soulful music.
Okay.
Just a whole bunch of like early day R&B and just, you know, stuff that made you like feel something.
Yeah, the feel good music.
You know, the feel good music.
That's good for your soul, right? Because I think a lot of times, you know, when we listen to music now, I mean, it's transformed dramatically.
Not facts.
You know, from like, I know back in the day, I know my folks would listen to the, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire, James Brown.
Good music.
You know, that make you want to dance, make you want to go ahead and cook something. Good music.
Facts.
So, you feel me? Into now. So, like, when's the first time you picked up a microphone?
Sheesh.
I know it's probably going way back, but like the first time you really like picked up a microphone or knew like, all right, cool, you know what, this is what I really want to do. Or let me just go ahead and experiment with this.
So my cousin DJ, his rap name was Pharaoh at one point in time. But my cousin DJ, he was already into music. He was a group. It was called Pharaoh and Raina.
Okay.
And you know, they had brought equipment over one day. And I'm pretty sure he was going to record a song and everything, but he let me and my other cousin, like, sort of play with the equipment and stuff, and we ended up making a little song. And that was, like, the beginning of, you know, the rest is history.
Right, you said the rest is
history. The rest is history. So I would say that was, wow, I don't know. I have no idea. I can't pick the right age. I was young, though.
Okay, that's
but
fine.
I didn't take it seriously at that time.
Okay, you didn't take it seriously
I didn't take it seriously when I first picked up the mic.
I guess to fast forward, what was that moment where you felt like, all right, you know what, I'm in my bag, I could really do this?
It was high school.
Okay, high school.
High school, I broke out of a shell that was like momental. Like I had did a talent show, and it was more like the Apollo. Okay. And the very first year I did it, I got booed off stage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like didn't even get to continue the song or none of that. But I don't know, but like it was like the people around me, and then it's just like my own family and stuff. Like I felt like I really had the talent for it.
Right.
So I did it again the year after, and I killed it. And ever since then, you know, it was just high school is what did it. Like my class voted me most likely to be famous and most talented.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I can't even let y'all down. 2015, you know what I'm saying?
That's all right. So I mean, I think that's dope.
Flowers.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Flowers. You with the flowers? That's right, man. I with the flowers too. You feel me? Shout out to class of 2010. But you know that.
Okay.
Oh wow, man. Hey.
Okay.
This alignment right here.
Yes,
I didn't even know that. That's what's up.
Yep.
Because the thing about it is, I think you said that you was on the stage and you got booed, right? Sometimes people don't highlight you know, it's all glitter and glam. But that moment for you, like when you got booed, did you feel any type of way about it, or did you feel like, all right, you know what, I just did it just to, you know, for me?
Definitely, I was feeling bad.
Okay.
At that one moment, it was because like I kind of put it on myself.
Okay.
I was feeling like I didn't get a chance to prove myself.
Right.
Like y'all booed me too early, type of thing. But
right.
you know, the people gonna want to see what they want to see in an Apollo type of space.
Right.
So, you know, I definitely had felt bad, but then I used it as motivation. Because
right.
I literally went out the year after and did the same thing.
Right.
Different show, different format. And, you know, it went way better.
Back, man. It's a setback for a major comeback. That's how I look at things. You know, it's trial and error.
Facts.
So after that, you know, like I said, we connected at Bowie State University. And I remember that, you know, Bowie's Got Talent. I seen you do your thing out there. So talk about that, because I felt like, you know, that was an introduction. Like when I saw you, I was like, okay, you know what? Young ain't been here before. You feel me? That's what I felt like, because you controlled the stage, the room. You just looked so focused as far as like tunnel vision is concerned. So talk about that and Bowie's Got Talent.
I feel like college is a chance for you to like reinvent yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a fresh start to. You know, some people use it to become more free, more wild, and that's not a bad thing. Right. But, you know, other people use it to, like, you know, it's a fresh start.
Right.
You know, from the moment you step on there to the first time somebody say, hey, what's your name?
Right.
And what do you do? That's it's a whole new beginning. So, you know, I really didn't even want to go to college at first.
Okay.
So that's what led me to be so driven with music.
Okay.
I told my mother that, and I told myself that. I said, if I'm going to go to this university, I'm going to try to be remembered for my talents.
Right.
And just being impactful.
Okay.
So that was the goal leading into that. So when they first told me about Bowie's Got Talent, I always used to love putting shows together.
Right.
Like putting mixes together. Like I'd write down time codes to know when to chop up a song. And I used to love doing that. So I carried that energy into Bowie. And my first Bowie's Got Talent was kind of like the I'm here type of, like, that's how I looked at it. Like, it's my first performance. I'm a freshman. I'm like, you know, I'm here now.
Right.
Y'all will know me as my name, or that's the dude that be rapping on stage. Like,
okay.
That's how I was carrying it. Yep.
So you got a plan before you perform. Know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't do anything without the plan. So it sounds like you was really heavy in your bag. Like, all right, man, I'm a touchdown. I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Y'all just gonna see what it is. Cause a lot of people, you know, we want the moment, right? And we be like, man, we get up there, be like, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and wing it. But it don't happen that way sometimes.
That's how malfunctions happen when you don't practice a show.
Yeah, you gotta practice. You gotta plan.
Definitely
so even with that, like moving forward, because I know that you also were in the studio and just recording music and, you know, doing like covers and freestyles and things like that. What were some of your early influences you would say, like, in your music and what you do?
Sheesh. I have too many influences.
Okay.
Because I just pick up on stuff, and if it's like, if it sticks with me, then you was an influence.
Okay.
But music-wise, I would have to say J. Cole.
Okay.
That's my favorite rapper.
Okay.
And
J. Cole be rapping.
Yeah, he's always been an influence for me in my career. But outside of that, people like Tupac.
Okay.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
Because I like the melodic part of music, too. Stuff. And they was like one of the earliest people to like actually kill that sound.
Right.
To just transition into rapping and then go right back, and you know what I mean? What I say probably Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, yeah.
Storytelling, man.
Yeah.
In the sense of like inspiring. Yeah. He's been on that type time, you know.
Right, he has.
Yeah. Sure. It's too many. Oh, and Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill. She'll be in any of my conversations of greatest rappers.
Right.
That gender crap, it don't matter, because she was
she's
more,
something different.
Yeah, she
definitely something different. She ain't dropped that many projects, but even though she ain't dropped that many projects, she's definitely impactful, influential. Yeah, you know, because like
Too
I
much
said,
knowledge.
We, you know, like I said, we connected as artists, and I feel like, you know, artists exploring your own mess, right? Yep. I look at it that way. So it's just like when I heard you, I was like, man, you know what, this dude. He's different. He's dope, you know, and you storytell, because like for me, I like to listen to people that teach me something. Right. You feel me? Like, I feel like it's those walks of life. I'm not, like I said, it's no knock to the people that do the rah-rah stuff. I don't, you know, like I said, you make your music. But I want to learn. You feel what I'm saying? Or like feel like I could put myself in those, you know, shoes. Like, dang, I just went through that situation, or I just been through that. Oh yeah, you know, he looked like me, or he been through that just like I was. So speaking to that, elements of storytelling and things like that, why do you think that's important in the music that you do? Like telling your story, or even like your patterns or your process. Like, what does a day in the studio look like? Or you working on production. What does that look like? For an outsider.
Like you said, it's all about relatability.
Okay.
Like, can someone take something from your music?
Right.
And I feel like all different types of music, like, it's important.
Right.
It's like different moods you might be in.
Right, for sure.
So, that's the process with, like, in the studio writing a song. I like to write from the basis of the beat.
Okay.
So however the beat makes me feel, or however, like, the beat carries me, that's kind of like how I want to go with it.
Right.
And when I'm writing, it's not about to try to force to be relatable, you know what I'm saying? If you're talking about some stuff like you haven't done,
right,
you know what I mean? That might fall back on you.
Right.
But I feel like you just being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honest. Like, okay, like, another influence is Drake.
Right.
Drake has been honest.
Yeah.
And that's what worked for him.
Yeah, I agree.
And people didn't, he blew down the door.
Yeah.
It was like men talking about heart getting broke, men talking about how they feeling during this. And that was, you know what I mean? And DMX, you know what I mean? When you're honest, that's when you have a grip of fans that feel like they connect with you because they feel like they've been there.
Right, yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, the people I listen to, or, they're relatable, like, the Nippy Hustles.
Of course. I can't leave out Nipsey.
Yeah,
rest in peace, Nipsey Hustle.
Rest in peace to Nipsey. Like you said, you mentioned DMX.
Rest in peace,
Drake,
X.
Rest in peace. That's crazy, right? To say that, too. The Drakes, who else? I mean, it's so many people. Like, I like J. Cole, too.
For sure.
Benny the Butcher, Dave East.
The rappers.
I like the people that rap. Me, I was big on battle rap too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I like that. So that was just my, my pocket for real. So when I heard that and you just like rapping and challenging yourself, it's something like you really have fun, doing these covers too. Cause I know like people just hop on other people's beats and they be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and do this cause everybody else did it. But talk about some of the covers that you did and how you challenged yourself to create that excitement. Cause I think it was, exciting for you to do those things.
No, facts. Covers is a chance for you to just, for me, I act like I picture in my mind if they called me.
Okay.
To do the feature.
Okay.
That's how I do it. Like, way back in high school, we used to do that. Like, we used to chop up the song to where it was like, it blends as if I was on the song.
Okay.
I stopped doing it that way and just did full songs, but that's kind of how I carry it. Like, imagine I'm on there and try to just go as hard as possible.
Right.
Because, you got to move. When you're an artist, you got to move with the mindset of, like, you don't know who might see this.
Right, exactly.
Or who might hear this. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And some of the, I've done so many.
Yeah.
My Something to Prove, I like that Lil Baby.
Little Baby joint?
Something to Prove. I really like that because I got a chance to play that in Atlanta down at Grand Hustle Studios.
Okay, man.
So
shout out to you. Whoa. So that means you was invested in yourself. You went down to Atlanta?
Yeah, I got too many stories of taking self-trips down there or grabbing one of my men and being like, just come on.
Let's go, right?
You got to, you definitely got to chase the dream, and all the plane tickets is not it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not yet. Not yet.
Because, I mean, a lot of people, they be like, man, you know what? I'm a rapper, or yeah, I do this, or yeah, I do that. But the notion of investing in yourself, you just sat there and say, okay, you know what? I went to Atlanta, or I got too many stories. That means, you've been familiar with that area, or you're not afraid to travel and expand and grow. Yeah, so even with that, the ins and outs of how the music started and how the music is going, what are some highlights of growth you would say, from how it started to how it's going?
Getting the business side together.
Okay.
I was lost.
Okay.
Like, I was somewhere around high school, and like at the beginning of Bowie, it was just straight knowing I was talented.
Okay.
And just performing.
Okay.
Half of the streaming things is like, I would always see it, I would have it, but I never took the time to study up how to get your song on Apple Music or get your song, you know what I'm saying? So I figured that out, and I had a couple drops on there.
Okay.
And then ended up getting management.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
So that he was a big help. I'm managed by Tay Sweezy.
Shout out to him.
I'm about to say, anybody that remember from the DMV, you remember the old go-go days.
Yeah, the XIB days.
Sweezy gang.
For sure.
They ran the area with events, all of that.
For sure.
He took that knowledge and applied it to artists and models. So that was a big help. So just aligning the business side just made you want to work even harder because now you got a formula.
Yeah.
You could be in the studio, you record a great song, but now you know, okay, now there's a dropping period. Now it's everywhere on all platforms. You start to learn promotions, marketing, playlisting. So I would say from the beginning to now, it just got more enhanced.
Okay.
More professional, more streams and things like that, more just people acknowledging that, like, I'm an artist, you know?
Yeah, for real. Because I know sometimes you be like, man, you know, I'm outside. Hey, Young, you know, Lil Young got bars outside. I seen him, man. He always be on this corner. But nah, let's go ahead and put him on this stage over here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take him over here now. Let's go ahead and take him over here now. So, you know, I think that's definitely dope, too. And that's what you definitely want to learn. And I think, you know, talk about, I guess, you know, entourage and, like, your circle, like, the people that you have in your corner. Because a lot of people be like, man, a lot of people want to know what's going on. They be in your business. But the people that be in your corner, man, like, talk about that.
Man, I didn't been through so much with life that it just, like, it forces you to believe that you only need a certain amount of people around you. And that's the truth. You know what I mean? Too many people cause distractions. And too many people, you know, level of trust could just, you know, and it gets too expensive. You start to lose who you connecting with outside of who you connecting with. So
yeah, that's a bar, man. You dropping some gems on this show. All right, that's because I look at it the same way. Yeah. You know, to be honest, because it's like, man, you know what? When you're an artist, you want to be liked by everybody, right? Or you want to feel like, man, you know what? This joint is popping and y'all tripping. Like, I put everything into this.
Right.
And, you know, everybody ain't going to like it. And you can't please everybody, right?
Definitely
that's what I feel like. That's the hardest thing. But you can be so emotionally invested in what you do. People may look at you like you crazy or like, all right, man, they accustomed to this.
Right.
They may not be accustomed to that, but I'm growing.
Right.
And it's all good that I'm growing and expanding. If I gotta leave you behind, I gotta leave you behind. Or
nah, for real.
It is what it was.
You know, I would say like to that point, like true friends are like won't always tell you that you're right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's why, you know, I keep my circle real small.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to my music, like, after a certain point,
yeah.
I say that a lot, and I didn't even notice it.
Right.
And it's always dealing around, like, I hang with my gang, I don't really have or need friends. And I say that a lot because it's like, you really don't need a lot of friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, I always felt like that. Yeah. I look at it like, man, you know what? Like, I ain't got nobody. But then I be like, man, look, God put everybody that you need. Like, everything that you need is right in front of you.
Right. It'll unveil itself.
That's true.
Who's there for you and who's going to, like, stick around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it's all in the character.
Yeah, for
sure. It's all in the character.
Because, like, you know, grind hard, dream big. You know, for me, I wrote it down in the notebook in 2014.
Nice.
You feel what I'm saying? So I never really thought that, okay, years later, that, you know, this would be a podcast, this would be a thing. And, like, you know, with the pandemic, it really, like, you know, the whole world was just at a standstill, like, boom, stop button, right? But it really, like, you know, God sat me down, and I just really was, like, praying and manifesting, like, all right, what is it that I'm going to do next? And it just led to, you know, motivational videos from the click of social media to, all right, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying? Because what I did before was cool, but now this is the bigger purpose. This is the assignment now. This is what I got to do. And that's how I felt, and it's intentional. You know what I'm saying? Just being who I needed when I was younger, because it's like we all need that.
Facts. What's next? You know that's why I had named my project that. What's next? Yes. That's the magic question that you ask yourself and people ask you.
Right.
Throughout your life. You know, you accomplish one thing, and it's like, all right, what's next?
Right.
And that's the, you know, I feel like that's the best way to just keep, you know, achieving.
Right.
Keep asking yourself that, you know what I'm saying? What's next? What's next?
As your projects, like, as far as what you were trying to do with your projects, talk about your very first project. Like, how was that, you know, to you when you dropped that? Because I know, like, everybody be like, man, when you drop a project or you drop something, you put something out, like, that's my baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to feed it the right things and let that joint flourish and nourish.
Man. Go back in time, I had first made a little project. It was called Risen King.
Okay.
It was called Risen King, and I don't know. I feel like that was just me trying to figure out if I could do this or not.
Okay.
But as far as projects that we put out, Ulterior Motive, that was the first one. And like you said, that's my baby. Like, Ulterior Motive was just like trying to remind myself that I'm still good at this. Because I had so much going on with school.
Okay.
You know what I mean? School, I'm not gonna say it trapped me.
Right.
It opened my eyes to what, a HBCU experience is.
Okay.
So I kind of, it put music on the back burner for me.
Right.
And, I'm never mad at that.
Right.
Sometimes I blame myself, or sometimes I might blame Bowie, but at the same time, it was a great experience.
Right.
And, I got the chance to learn from that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, bro. Yeah.
He said, yeah, bro, yeah. And another thing that was dope, too.
That's my baby.
You feel me? Like, I think that was dope. And, like I said, even when, like I said, we linked and we had the same class as far as acting for the camera.
Right. I love that class.
And that was, that was that, and I ain't gonna lie, man, in the realm you in, you could tell who took it serious and who didn't, right?
Man.
For me, it's like, I got my degree in broadcast journalism, but it's like, acting for the camera. You feel me? We in that class, man. And shout outs to Bowie State University once again, because there's so much talent. You feel me?
That school's
that
amazing.
Came through that school. How did that class really transcend into what you're doing now? Because like I said, man, you on the big screen and you doing some things. And I'm like, hold up, man, that's little brother.
Man,
it was a class.
I took.
How that felt.
So people don't even know. I took a couple acting classes at Bowie.
Okay.
So I took acting for the camera. I took theater acting.
Okay.
And it was one more other class. I can't remember. But it was an acting class.
Okay.
And, I love acting.
Okay.
Like, that's another dream of mine, to have a talking role and just, I just want to go down as one of, the greatest entertainers.
Okay.
So, those classes really put those core values that you should learn early, technical wise, the readings and the terminologies of stuff. Those what those classes help with. And, it actually helps, you know what I'm saying? When you get to those higher levels, and you can even keep going. I've considered taking acting classes, more, outside of, college. You know what I'm saying? More, to come soon type stuff. So.
Right. That's what's up, man. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. So, even with that, okay, so how did you... You know what I'm saying? How did you land or network? Because I feel like, networking is a big thing.
Facts.
You sit on the talent and you be like, all right, man, I could do X, Y, and Z, but I don't want to, tell people I do this. They should already know. I think pride and ego really gets in the way of things, and it blocks a lot of, doors. You feel me? Like, God may want to open some doors, but it's up to you to really say what it is that you want to do, or actually, take that step towards it. So, after that, how did you go about, like I said, because the Super Bowl happened, you feel me? And I'm like, okay, he's on the TV screen. How did that happen? So what was that moment like, or what was that process, man?
I had a moment in my artist career where I was like, I need to do something else.
Okay.
Something that was driven to just bringing engagement and, putting your face out there. Uh-huh. I heard a lot of people say that. My line brother had told me that. Jew that make LeBlanc, he had told me that. He was like, yeah, you should try something else to get your face out there. So, just like you said, networking. So through one of my networks, I had a chance to, talk to my bro that's killing the casting game.
Okay.
And soon to kill the acting game too.
Right.
But he just kills the casting world. So after having good talks with him, because we had already known each other from college too.
That's what's up.
He had introduced me to his agent.
Okay.
So from there, the rest is history. I did my own talks with her, and then we worked something out, and I started with my agent, and I actually had a lot of missed opportunities. Okay. I missed a whole bunch of opportunities. I wasn't getting casted for a lot of things, and then boom, the opportunity for the Super Bowl came up. It was the AFC Championship first.
Right.
And we shot more that day, and they turned that one into a Super Bowl commercial. And I had no idea that they was gonna do that.
Wow. Okay.
So Super Bowl night was actually a surprise to me.
Okay.
I knew the first one was coming.
Right. Okay.
But the second one, it caught me off guard, and the process of that was just, I fit the description.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I fit the role. They loved my look. I worked with the NFL. I did certain stuff like cover up tattoos and stuff. And it was a good day of filming. It was long.
Okay.
It was cold at some points, but we got it done.
Yeah, man. That grind, right?
Yeah.
Dreaming big and grinding hard. Yeah, for real.
Getting lead role, that was my first time getting treated with a, so-called a celebrity.
Right.
Just come with us. Here's your trailer.
Right.
Hair, makeup. I had a lady that came and wrapped me up in a warm coat every time I got cold. I was like, wow.
Yeah, you feeling you feeling good out there. Nah, that's what's up, though, because I think, like I said, you took that step, because I think a lot of people are comfortable with being comfortable, right? Like,
exactly.
There's no growth there if you just sit and you constantly do the same thing. Like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this video. I'm gonna go ahead and do this song. I'm gonna go ahead and do this clip.
Right.
But they do the same thing, and you expect different results. So I feel like, that was probably the perfect timing for you. And God was probably like, all right, you know what? Hey, look. Nah, you was doing this, but I'm gonna show you this now.
Nah, for real. That's exactly how I look at it. Because I before 2021, I tell a lot of people, like, 2021 was like a life-changing year.
Okay.
Like, before this year, I might have had one commercial that I did with Bowie. It was the Tostitos commercial. I don't know if you remember that, from 2018.
Okay.
That was the only TV appearance I've ever done. In 2021 coming around, and then I could name, like, I could say I had 5 in total.
Wow.
And within the TV show alone, like four appearances then.
Yeah. And that's dope, because I was about to say, like, man, I'm big on TV shows and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, stars, power, you feel me, and everything like that. So I'm like, all right, bet. So this joint called BMF comes about. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm watching the joint. And I'm like, all right, cool. I sit there, I literally pause the screen. I sit there and I tell my mans in there, I'm like, bruh, I know this dude. I had class with this dude. This is crazy right now. He's literally on the screen. So I sit there and I zoom in. I'm like, when did Hazy get on TV?
Right?
What?
Hey,
when did that happen, right? So I'm just like, man, this is dope. Like, yo, and I sat there and I reached out to you. I was like, man, that's major, man. That's game changing.
Facts.
So how did that happen?
Man.
How did that happen?
So, BMF, man. Free Big Meech. Free Big Meech, man. Shout out to the mob. That was an experience.
Okay.
So, crazy enough, like you keep saying, just alignment.
Right.
Just alignment. I was only booked for one day.
Okay.
I was supposed to just be in the club scene. If you remember the show, Pat's Birthday. I was just supposed to be in that scene, but just alignment and just the higher powers and, man, I was there, and then they asked me, they was like, we about to do a little bit more filming in another direction. Do you want to be a gang member? So I was like, of course. I was like, of course I want to be a gang member. I had planned the trip to only be in Atlanta for a week. It turned into a month and a half, bro.
Wow.
Every week filming BMF, 12th Street, and that was a great experience, meeting all the people I met casting and meeting all the people that was, lead roles.
Right.
And directors, Tasha Smith, Eve Rivera, Bruno. You ever seen Bruno?
I think I have.
Bruh, yeah, bruh. That's not his real name. Slick.
Okay.
My bad, Slick. Yeah, man. And, of course, 50.
Yeah.
Meech, Da Vinci. Everybody was cool, bruh, and especially Lamar.
Yeah. That's the crazy character.
He inspired me the most, bro.
That's what's up.
To not be from here.
Yeah, he was the crazy character. I was just like, man, I was like, man, something up with him, man. He just drink different water. That's what I really felt like. But when I saw him, he definitely tapped in, man. And he had that little, scene. And when I saw the scene, it's just like, I seen a lot of passion. You feel me? Because it's just like, all right, with him, he had his own objective. Everybody got their own objectives.
Facts.
But to see, something like that, BMF and you to be a part of it, man, it really hit home. I'm like, yeah, he's on the screen, but like, yo, I'm going to root for him. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to clap for him because, like, that's major, man. That's like somebody that you've seen literally.
That's
like,
how you got to be, bro. That's
like,
how I am, man.
That's crazy.
People not really happy for people out here,
Man,
that's why people move a certain type of way, man.
I am, because it's like, it's dope to see other people doing dope things and what they wanted to do. And like I said, even with Lamar, like, he was that character that people was trying to figure out, that you can't stop.
I spent a lot of time with Kofi.
Okay.
On set because he became 12th Street for a second. People like to make that correlation. He wasn't 12th Street.
Okay.
But J-Mo gave him a chance, what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, but I spent a lot of time with Kofi, and to watch him snap into that character like he does, it's I forgot the method, and I'm not sure if he practices this acting method, but it's more about like meditation.
Okay.
And that's what I seen him do. Like, he's British. So for him, he would just sit there quietly to himself for a second, and then as soon as you hear action, he was Lamar.
Okay.
And that was the craziest thing.
That's crazy because I didn't even know that he was British.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I would have thought that, okay, you know what? Not British. He wasn't giving me British vibes. I just felt like, okay.
You would have never known.
You would have never known because he
just
snapped
like,
literally into that.
Snowfall.
Yeah.
The guy,
Franklin,
Damson.
who played Franklin. Right, yeah.
Same way. He snaps in. He creates a different dialect, though. he has like an accent, like he's from somewhere else in the show, but it's still not from where he's from.
Right, exactly.
And it's that's talent. Right. Like that's acting right there. You're actually becoming somebody.
Right.
And I feel like, that just made me want to have a talking role even more.
Right.
So, I've been just working towards that. That's what's alongside up. Music. That's
what's up. That's what's up, because I think that's big for you, because it's like you want to create, obviously, generational wealth, some type of stability with that, but at the same time, just creating that excitement for yourself, like what is next, like you said.
Like people don't they fail to realize that, my grandfather used to say, you only do this one time. And that could scare you.
Right.
But he used to tell me once should be enough. And, that hit, as a kid, it didn't, I'm just, I want to go outside and play. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but,
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as I gotten older and to still luckily have my grandfather around, it's hitting home now.
That's a blessing.
It's hitting home, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like now I'm 24, and then it's just like, you really only do this once.
Right.
So I'm just trying to do as much as I can. Like, just open that door to actually still dream.
Right.
Society tells you to forget about dreaming and just sustain yourself.
Right, exactly. We're in this survival type of, method, and
every day.
I think, and it's hard because, every day, we out here trying to grind, just trying to see tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. But just to plant your feet, like the fact that you said that you already focused on 2022, that says something different, because it's like you already mapping it out. All right, bet this is how this gonna go. All right, bet I'm already thinking first quarter. All right, when people in first quarter, I'm in second quarter. When they in second quarter, I'm in third. All right, when they in third, I'm in fourth. Like, I'm trying to close. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the influence, man. You know, people like Nipsey.
Yeah, Nipsey
Kobe,
definitely. I ain't gonna lie.
Rest in peace, Kobe. We naming all the legends. We
we are, bro, man. We are. We definitely are.
The mental state of these guys was like,
we're different.
I listened to so much of their talks and meetings and stuff, man.
Like, I can't tell you so many. Like I said, even with Nipsey, man, that was one of my biggest influences.
My dog.
Because I remember seeing him years ago.
Okay.
At Fur. You know what I'm saying? That's when he first came to jump.
Not Fur.
Yeah, Fur nightclub. Yeah, that's really showing my age, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you.
I remember.
But you feel me? Like, it was Fur nightclub, and he came through, and Glizzy had opened up. But he literally performed "Road to Riches." That's my favorite song by Nippy Hustle, because he said a line in the joint. Kids tell me I'm the reason that they finished school, and if it wasn't for the marathon, they wouldn't see it through it. You feel me? So, like, even this notion of the marathon, he was outside, and people literally had, he had to change, but what he was wearing at the show was like a regular white tee, Dickies, and some shoes. That's how he really carried himself, because people looked at him as in like, oh man, he's just a guy that's trying to flash this. Nah, he didn't worry about a community to impress. He worried about a community to improve. You feel what I'm saying? So
he cared about.
Yeah, he cared about
something
people
higher.
Yeah, and that's what I looked at, and I was like, man, you know what? That's dope. Like, if I could do something like that, or I see somebody doing that, that's what really sparked me too. And then years later, the Victory Lap tour. You feel me? I got to actually, go to the show and actually get to take a picture and have a conversation with Nipsey Hustle, bro.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I got a jersey of his up on my wall. That's it. I never got a chance to meet him.
Yeah,
of course,
I met him. He was literally the same exact guy that you would see in interviews. Carried himself the same exact way. Humble. My first question literally was about, like, if you ever knew what your purpose was, like, how do you know, and what do you do to protect it? It wasn't even anything about, like, oh man, you just dropped this project or not. Like, I just asked him about purpose. He said, man, look, if it's something that you're doing each and every single day, continue to master it, hold on to it, and protect it by all means.
Man,
and I was just like,
I can't even imagine if he told me that to my face, man.
I took the picture, and it was just like, it was a surreal moment for me, because I was just like, man, like, it was just great to see him, start getting the flowers that he deserved, because a lot of people was not even talking about him, bro.
Real late in the game. But he always been around, and I feel like he mattered to who mattered.
Yeah,
I feel like that's really where his home. If the world got to him late, L.A., Crenshaw, that Boulevard, they got the most of Nipsey, and I feel like that's what he truly cared about.
He cared about home. Truly cared about. And like I said, even for you being, Prince George's County, and being, a hometown guy, like it's a beautiful thing, man. And I know that you have taken a lot of things. You feel me?
Yeah, I be trying to put on, bruh. Everywhere I go, I'm saying, from PG County, Prince George's County, Maryland. and just try to just shine a light on that. It's a lot of people shining a light on PG County now. And it's just like, I just want to be another contributor.
Right.
You know, it's talent from here, it's business people from here, doctors, lawyers.
We got it all.
Greatness. Just
yeah,
greatness
we do.
Overall.
We got to talk about Doomsday, though. You know, Doomsday was definitely a project, like I said, man. I've had it on repeat for quite some time, man. Mentally Scar.
Oh, man.
Mentally Scar.
Mental Scar. That's
Mental
my
Scar,
joint.
like that joint, I'm not going to lie, man. I push play. And when I push play, I'm just like, I hear pain.
Man.
I hear he been through it. You know, I actually saw myself in that because it's just like, yo. So, like, that was one of my favorite tracks on there, man, because it's just like, man, you've been through it. So talk about that process and even the title within itself.
Mental Scar is one of my favorite songs on there, too.
Okay.
It actually just came from it started with the standpoint of, like, what the consensus are saying, and, you know, a lot of fans like pain music. You know, and you could look at it 2 different ways, you know, but the way I look at it is like it's a chance to be vulnerable. You know, your Drakes, your NBA young boys,
right? You
know, Rod Waves and people like that. Like it gives you a chance to be vulnerable. So I took that approach, and I wanted to write in a way where, like, you know, it was relatable.
Right.
I could talk about a little bit of myself, you know what I'm saying, and then talking about, you know, the perspective of it was supposed to be almost like an abandoned black child, but a black boy.
Okay.
I tried to put my mindset in their mindset because I haven't been through as much as the next person.
Right, I got you.
So I tried to dig as deep as possible. So, you know, I tried to touch on things like, you know, he never witnessed love. So it's hard for him to commit.
Right.
You know, like, you know, they told him, never cry if you hurting.
Yeah,
you better thug
it. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like those
things like that. And those are the things
traits.
that, you know, for real, to be honest, like even us as men,
That's
even us having this conversation right now, like we don't talk about our emotions. We just be like, man, what's the score of the game?
You feel
me?
me?
Oh yeah, man, you doing that. Oh yeah, man, what's the next move? Or you about to go to the club, you about to do this, you about to do that. But we don't really talk about how we really feel in this moment.
It's
so,
the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's the way of the world, you know? Like, I tell my men I love them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's on joke time or we being serious about something. Like, we have a lot of serious talks.
That's what's up.
And, you know, like, people are scared to pour into people. You know what I'm saying?
I don't talk about that. Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't get that. You know, people are genuinely scared to, you know, pour into people, tell somebody you're proud of them.
Yeah.
You love them. And you miss them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of people like to throw words around, like gay and stuff like that. And it's like, has nothing to do with any of that.
Right, yeah.
Because it just... You know what I'm saying? If somebody means something to you, gender shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a block with us black men, but it's not always our fault.
Right, it's not.
You know what I mean? It starts when we're young.
Yeah, it does start when we're young. Because like I said, we may be taught to, like a lot of us, we probably taught how to survive as opposed to, you know, love or give somebody kudos.
Yeah.
Like for me, I know like when it came to like pride and ego, that was one of my big things, because I used to surround myself with, you know, there's people that's out here getting it, there's people that's out here that's just comfortable. But I was around a lot of people that was just comfortable being comfortable.
Right.
I sat there and I had to be like, all right, you know what, nah, I got to separate myself from this. I'm on this now. You feel me? So now, in the realm that I'm in now with alignment and just praying, I'm surrounding myself with that energy that, you know, I need. Like when you say, oh yeah, man, I'm looking for good vibes, I got to be a good vibe first. Exactly. Oh, you want to be the positive energy, you got to be that energy first. So it's like you are what you entertain, not attract.
I say that all the time, bro, and not even to get deep, but I truly believe that we're not just human. Like I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we are energy, vibrations, and like you said, if you yourself are putting that out, you can attract that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Manifestation is real.
Yeah, I agree.
And people, it just goes over people's heads because they like to just think and live on the surface.
Right.
I'm a real deep person. You know what I'm saying? I look at a lot of stuff. I read a lot of stuff, and it's just like, you know, I'm into theories and all of that because you can't think one way.
Yeah, nah. Perspective is definitely a dope thing, and that's what I be trying to tell, you know, myself too. Is like I read a lot of books, and just to listen to understand as opposed to reply, because I feel like sometimes if we did that, you feel me, it'll go a longer way. Because a lot of us, we like to cut people off. We always have opinions, right? But opinions don't pay bills.
Facts.
Likes ain't love. You feel me? It go deep. I get deep too. You feel me?
Facts,
Like I get deep too. So it's like, you know, it's different how we see it. But, you know, just to normalize some things, because I think as artists, you know, or art in general, like I said, exploring your own mess, it's therapy for somebody. somebody needs to hear it. You know, somebody maybe want to tell that story also, and they probably feel encouraged that
they don't
understand, somebody else is telling that story too.
We're the saviors. We're the true mental saviors of the culture. Without artists, what's left? A whole bunch of business. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like your brain would be submerged in business. You're not gonna make it. Because, you know, even a businessman would take the time to listen to his favorite song.
That's true.
A businessman would take the time to come on a podcast and talk about what he's done. You know, just to get it off his chest.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Because there's a lot of weight on the shoulders and you got to get it off,
We are the mental saviors, bro.
Yeah.
Without artists, without people who have a voice or can, you know, be the voice for the voiceless, society would be tragic, bro. I just want people to imagine that. Take all forms of art. Every single form, even down to painting, tap dancing, and stuff like that. Just take it away. And then see what type of world you have then, and it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be crazy. You know?
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Who's your favorite comedian? I know that's random, but who's your favorite comedian, man? I'm trying. You know, see who's your favorite comedian, or if you have a top five. Let's see. A top five.
Jeez. Okay, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Mike Epps is in my top five.
Okay.
Mike Epps is hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I would put Kevin Hart up there.
Okay. For sure. Check out True Story if you haven't, though.
Facts, True Story.
Yeah, that's definitely dope.
Sheesh.
Chappelle there?
Dave Chappelle is definitely there. I don't know why I didn't say him.
No, I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna help you out.
Dave Chappelle is definitely
okay.
Yeah, and five, I don't know. Martin.
Yeah, Martin.
Burning Mac.
Yeah, so much, right? I think that's a whole nother wave though, because you feel
like Seinfeld? You think Seinfeld is funny?
It is. Okay. It's dry humor for me though. It's cool though.
It is, yeah.
I put that joint like Seinfeld in the
These
Office.
These are people's top fives though.
Yeah.
Seinfeld is in a lot of people's top five, and I always like to see like.
Yeah, I would say for me, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams. And he said, "How can you forget Cat?"
You see what I'm saying?
Cat, Cat, Kevin, Dave, that's Mike. For me, my fifth, it may surprise a lot of people, man, but Chris Tucker is in my
I'm upset with myself now because they didn't come to mind first.
Yeah, but it's all good. Like Chris was just 10. That whole notion of the Def Jam comedy. I cannot forget that moment.
That's why I said Martin.
About that. Yeah.
That's why I said Martin held down
Martin
a
was
generation
of
Def Jam comedy.
And PG native, man. You know what I'm saying? He went to Rose. You feel me? PG native.
Hey, he's from Maryland.
Yeah, he's from Maryland. So you got to put him in there. You know, when it comes to that. So I mean, you know, you in the acting realm, top 5 actors. Or dreams, because we just gonna talk about dream, because you know, grind hard, dream big. Top 5 actors that you know you would even want to, you know, you consider top 5, or somebody you feel like, man, one day I want to work with this person.
Denzel Washington.
Okay.
I have to try to work with Denzel.
Okay.
He pours in differently to the craft.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Okay.
Viola Davis.
Okay. Soul Sister for sure.
Viola Davis is amazing. Outside of that, it gets tricky.
Okay.
It gets tricky. Maybe.
No Michael B.
I don't know. I feel like we could. That's not like a goal of mine.
Yeah, goal of yours. But like, as far as in the alignment though, yeah, because you know, like I said, okay.
Viola.
What about Jamie?
Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
All right. Jamie Foxxx, and maybe stepping outside the box. Maybe like a Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to.
What about a cameo with Adam Sandler?
Something like that.
That'd probably be different.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
I would definitely step outside that lane and try to do some comedy and stuff like that too.
All right, so now we're gonna continue to pick. I'm gonna continue. We playing this game. That's basically what it is.
Okay.
A lot of people come on and you know they play a game. So one movie gotta go, and this is gonna be very, very hard. I make it difficult because it's like you cannot watch this movie ever again. But I'm gonna be lenient. I'm gonna say 2 movies you can't watch ever again because I feel like all right. So we got Paid in Full. We got Boys in the Hood. We got Menace to Society, and we got Friday. 2 movies you can't watch anymore. I know, right? It's wild. It's wild for me. I'm sorry, man.
I got a chance to meet Ace too, man. Because you know he's Pat.
Yeah.
BMF.
Or at least one movie got to go. I ain't gonna make it that hard because I don't want you to. You feel me? But if one movie had to go for me, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw mine out there.
Dang.
I'm gonna have to say for me, sadly, Boys in the Hood would have to go. Only because like all the other joints, I could watch everything. That's in this, and I can't watch Boys in the Hood anyway, but yeah.
I might give up Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
I might give up. Yeah, I'm gonna give up.
Because I mean, all of them joints they teach
bangers.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they teach
all of them are bangers.
And like Paid in Full to me is so DMV.
You need that.
Yeah, Paid in Full is so DMV to me because it's like you knew back then. It's like, man, these boys was getting money and they showed you getting the money, but then it's like, man, that whole notion. And then how the movie turned out. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a little history lessons for like the DMV and New York in one movie almost.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Favorite sports movie?
Favorite sports movie?
Yeah. Or if you had like maybe 4 or 5 that you watched. Okay. Like, consistently.
So for the old soul in me, I would say Remember the Titans.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to TC.
Yeah, I used to watch that with my grandmother.
Okay.
So Remember the Titans. Longest Yard.
Longest Yard, okay.
The LeBron James Jane.
Oh, Space Jam?
More Than a Game.
More Than a Game?
That one.
Okay.
I just like the whole story about that for some reason.
Okay.
Sports movie. Space Jam too.
Okay.
Space Jam would be number 1.
Okay.
I would leave it at that.
The first one or the second one though?
The original.
Okay.
Original Michael Jordan. That's probably top. That's the, because while I was a child, that was like that was the movie. So Space Jam probably my favorite sports movie that just is dear to my heart,
Okay. Coach Carter, none?
I love Sky now.
Yeah.
You see.
Nah, I'm just saying, you feel what I'm saying? I like Coach Carter.
I like that though. My brain supposed to be working.
Nah, you good
Coach
though.
Carter
and that's what I'm here for. You. I got you. I'm there. Yeah. Coach Carter to me, you feel me? Like that's one of my favorite. You know what I'm saying? If not all-time favorite movies. Shout out to Samuel L.
I have. That's why I named the tape after that, man.
Yeah, you feel me? Like Coach Carter. Remember the Titans. What's the other joint? Glory Road.
That
joint was dope too, man.
So you make me gotta go back and
it's all
research
good, man.
The movies.
It's
I
all
haven't
good,
seen them
man.
in years.
It's all love. we just politicking. It's all good.
Yes,
it's all love, man. So and definitely got a top 5 in your aux right now. Who you listening to right now?
Okay, man, the aux
you could probably stretch it to 10. I think 5 is kind of hard.
The aux core gets crazy with me.
Okay.
It gets crazy because I just be all over the place, man.
Okay.
Aux core right now, definitely aux core. No Savage.
Okay, No Savage, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out DC, man.
Yeah, for
sure. Man, let me look.
It's all good. He gonna go ahead and look. For me, I'm gonna say Lil Baby for sure. I'm gonna definitely say No Savage. I'm gonna definitely say who else?
Oh man, yeah, this is all.
Drake is still in there for me. Who else? Polo G for sure. Yeah, Polo G.
We naming a lot of the same.
Yeah,
a lot of the same. Davies is in there.
Yeah, Davies for
I definitely listen to them.
Yeah, Davies he gets crazy.
Actually, I'm gonna just wrap it up. I'm gonna say a lot of DMV rappers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that
gotta show that
because
show that love for sure.
Yeah, because it's too many to name.
Yeah, so many. It's too many DMV artists, but like I said, man, the ones that was always doing it, man, and just being a contributor of it. You feel me? The DMV is just a beautiful place, man. Shout outs to IDK, shout outs to Wale, Light Show, Trail, Glizzy, No Sad. There's so many. I don't. Like I said,
you named
like those
a lot.
Corday.
Shout out Corday, man.
Logic. You feel me? It's so many. You know what I'm saying? My man that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we on the way up, man.
Dreamy Alpha.
Shout out Dreamy.
That's my
boy.
You know what I'm saying? LB.
Yeah, my man Zay. You gotta get hip to my man Zay too.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out my boy Zay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the talent from here is crazy.
It's crazy, bro. I feel like
Flock. Shout out Big Flock, man.
Shout out to Flock too. It's too many. It's too many to name, bro. Like we have so many, bro. I feel like we got a powerhouse, bro.
Man.
Will the rapper. You feel me? Yeah,
Money
man.
Ma.
It's crazy.
Young Manny.
Young Manny.
For the youngest,
Yeah, Rico bro. Nasty.
Rico a legend. Rio, she a whole rock star.
You feel me? Like, we got too many, dog. Gold Link. Man, I just don't want to forget anybody. That's just me. I don't want to forget anybody. Because there's so many, man.
Musically, I think, we didn't got a lot of people.
Yeah, and shout out to the DJs that's doing it on a major level. You know what I'm saying? Bacon Bear. You know what I'm saying? Steve-O. Quicksilver, you feel me? And all the radio personalities, 93.9, 95.5.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Every radio station that's at least did that, you know what I'm saying? On the P's and Q's.
Facts. Hey, rest in peace, Tony Reyes, man.
Yeah, Tony Reyes, man. He opened the doors a lot for me, too,
He opened the doors for me. First time on the radio was by him.
Yes.
So, like you said, shout out to the radio stations.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Tony.
Yeah, man.
That was my dog.
Man, we talked heavy, dog. We talked heavy. We definitely talked heavy. So as far as your projects, man, you know, Doomsday, that's out right now. Make sure that y'all go ahead and tap into that joint, man. Like I said, man, humble young brother out here doing a lot of good things, man. I'm loving the energy. Any motivation that you want to give to the people before you get up out of here, man?
Man, motivation, I would just say that anytime you feel like, you know, giving up, I would just say, like, the moment you begin to slack, someone begins to work harder for your dream, you know? So that was a quote of mine that stuck with me because, you know, giving up is the easy part. You know, giving up is truly the easy part, and I feel like you know that you're better than that. Yeah, you know that you're more powerful than that, more hopeful, just everything. You know, that's not for you.
Right.
And that'd be the biggest option just right here in your face. So I would just remember to just keep going hard. And if your moments are feeling like slacking, just know that you get back on it because somebody else is chasing your dream too. Somewhere around in this world. So you got to be the one to stand out. So
facts. I mean, for me, I'm going to have to say, you know, you got to inspire before you expire. I always tell people that because, like, you never know how influential you are, what impact that you have, you feel me, in your community or what it is, your stable. Always know your why, because everybody can ask you who, what, where, when, but your why is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? Move with purpose, move with vision, and all that good stuff, man. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I appreciate you, bro, for making the time and all that. Now I'm saying, you feel me? Because, you know, we got to inspire before we expire, man. Make sure y'all support this brother, man. I'm rooting for him, and I wish the best, nothing but the best, and all that for you, man.
Same for you, bro. You're going to have more guests on here and everything.
For sure, man. We're going to do what we need to do, man. The harder you grind, bigger you dream, man. Yeah, that motivation and all that. Let's get it, let's go.
Yep.
Yes, sir.